live at Belmont Park. It's a Class 1 handicap. It's Perth race number 9 for our Singapore viewers. And again, there's just a few that are starting to show something in this race. Coursey's Cook's been very close. More Aces was impressive last start. Ellen's Choice was a nice galloper in its first up campaign as well. And Fair Nikita showed a little bit of course racing in the Group 3 Gymcrack.
Yes, you're tipping a big day for the G-Drescos once again, Adam. But let's have a look at the replay of last start winner number 7, More Aces.
Worked out on the inside under pressure, followed further back by Geiger Gem at the 300 though. Black Scandal on the inside, tackled by on the outer Packer Pro down the outside. Johnny's Rainbow. Here comes More Races. They're coming right down the outskirts of the track. It's More Races going up on the outside of Packer Pro, who fights Packer Pro. More Races with the head in front. Did too well. Great win.
Still not really sure what to take out of this performance here by More Races. I thought the trial was only fair, and I had 2 of the other runners from that trial on top of it. It jumped at about the $9.50, was drifting on that occasion from barrier 10 as well. The one thing we can't question is how tough this galloper was to the line. He just continued to run on strongly. This is a much harder assignment than what's come out of that first up debut performance, but with the 1.5 kilo claim as well, carrying the 55 and the speed this horse did fly home at, I think he'll get its chance.
A lot to like about the win as well. Was very wide the whole way. It was only the one slight turn, but it was very wide. Did have a little bit of cover, but still had to chase down Packer Pro, who had a much easier running transit. Like you say, those form lines do have to be questioned, but certainly did surprise Jim Taylor and Jason Brown. They didn't expect the horse to go that well, the son of Zazoo. We've also got in the race, as you mentioned, Adam, number 13, Fair Nikita. I didn't mind its running the Gymcrack. I went back and had a look at it. At its second start, it was a pretty reasonable effort.
Yeah, it seems to be a pretty nice horse, this filly by Trade Fair. The debut performance beating Invincible Mode was nice. The lead throughout on that occasion over the 1100. I just thought the 1100 was too far, which showed her class in that campaign. The Group 3 Gymcrack, she jumps as a $16 chance, was beaten 7 lengths by Whispering Brook. Now from barrier 7 with 54.5 kilos, I think she'll have the speed to find the front and dictate terms here. It comes in with no trial, which is always a question mark, but I'm willing to take a bit of a risk with her.
Number 6, Ellen's Choice, is a very interesting runner. We saw it last preparation at Ascot, scooted across from a very wide barrier and held them all off. It was an impressive front running performance that day.
Yeah, well, this horse was beaten by Fair Nikita on debut, actually just missed a kick a little bit and dropped back and then attacked the line strongly. That day, I still remember at Ascot, I reckon this was one of the first few days you were here, and they drew barrier 10 and we all went, well, they'll go back and then they'll run on strongly. And this horse was backed in from 10s or 11s into $3.80 and the clear favourite. They went straight to the front. They just kept kicking, winning by length, and that was beating Wrinkly, which had Kimbo Girl form line and Dainty Test form lines as well. The recent trials have been good as well, so I expect this horse to certainly perform back here for the David Harrison stable. But I'm going to go with 13 Fair Nikita from number 1 Coursey's Quick, 11 Hughes Got It, and 7 More Aces.
You're going the last start winner on top, Adam. Number 7 More Aces from the 1 Coursey's Quick, 6 Ellen's Choice, and the 12 1 Hot Fox.
Race number 6 at Belmont Park. It is Perth, race number 11 for our Singapore viewers. And in my opinion, Mark, this is probably race of the day.
Yeah, really good race. A lot of good form lines coming out of this. One of them is Duendus. Let's have a look at its last start run, being beaten 2 lengths by Brackets.
And Kalita about to peel to the outside, 350 to go. Roger the Roman led the way. Brackets on the inside, called upon by Pike. He's starting to come hard from Transgressor. Duendus down the outside, back behind them, Ripper Red. It's Brackets at the 100 metres, the leader getting away from Roger the Roman. Duendus, Transgressor, and a treble for Pike. The Wizard takes Brackets clear, and Brackets...
Still a good performance here by Duendus. I think it's hard sometimes. We both had it as on top. So hard sometimes to weigh up your disappointment from a run compared to looking at the field you've got here. And Brackets in this field is going to beat them all by about 4 or 5 lengths. So with a 2 kilo claim as well from barrier 4 and stepping up to the 1200 metres, I think Duendus goes into probably the best bet of the day again. But there are some handy types in here that are improving with each run.
Just on first look at this field, Adam, you'd see Duendus and you'd say wins it. Absolutely wins it, but you've got number 10 in there, Ripper Red, who was enormous first up as well behind Brackets. In that same race, it just flew home on the inside, and really like the way Nick Cox's team's travelling at the moment. They've got a nice string of horses just coming through now. He's got a couple of runners in today, and I think this Ripper Red number 10 here can certainly put in a good performance with Paul Harvey aboard. We've also got in there number 11, First Trade, Patrick Carberry, Alan Matthews stable also flying as well.
Yeah, my question mark with First Trade was just hitting the face last night when she just went straight to the front and won comfortably again. And that was on a day where hadn't really been suited. I think only her and Remember Berlin got the job done on that occasion when leading. She won the last 2, barrier 10 again. Well, she's won her last 2 from barrier 10, so there's no question mark here. Again, it's another step up. After what we saw last time, I'm not willing just to rule her out, but I don't have her in my 4.
Gee, this is a very good race. We've also got their number 5 Express Snooper. I think it ran 5th or 6th in the WA Guineas and Finally cracked it for his second win last start. I think he can go on with it.
Missed a kick by 2 lengths on that occasion, was still able to win by a half head. Maybe this is the win that will just bring us back the express snooper that we all know. We'll certainly prefer the better going here at Belmont Park on a good 4 or even a good 3 if the sun stays out. Not really sure, we'll have to keep an eye on that. But with barrier 2, the 57.5 kilos, I think he can run another nice race.
Also in there, Adam, number 12, First Affair. Didn't mind the run behind Amelia's Love last start, who wears the same colours. But look, would need to improve, but I think can in this type of race with only 56 kilos.
Yeah, well, this horse always wants speed on. I think there'll be more speed in this race than it had last start. That, of course, it was the first run since March. It has won second up before from barrier 3. Should just get a comfortable run and then be able to attack the line strongly. But I'm going to go with number 3, Juendas. These form lines should hold up with a 2 kilo claim. From number 10, Ripper Red, 6 Secret Charge and 5 Express Snooper.
I've got the 10 on top, Adam. Ripper Red from the 3, Juendas. Number 11, First Trade, and the 5, Express Snooper.
Race number 7 at Belmont Park. It's Perth race number 12 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1,300 metres. Again, some interesting form lines here. Saturday horses like Heavy Set, although not having won for 760 days. Bourbon Dynasty's been racing in Saturday company. Le Patron, a winner 2 starts to go. And then we know the likes of Mambo Catsy and Phantom Choice are always very honest.
Yes, Le Patron, the one you mentioned from the Ben Pearce yard. Randy Tan taking off 2 kilos here. Let's have a look at its nice second at Northam last start.
Forget GPS by the 400. He shakes up Portonian, Card Knight called upon, and Do You Do along the rail. Rancho Man sticking on, and Le Patron and Black Aria at the 200. Portonian now challenged by Card Knight. Do You Do. Here's Le Patron, Black Aria. Harvey went for the whip on Card Knight. Black Aria's going right over the top of them, however. Black Aria dashes past them now, pulls away. Black Aria beat Le.
Again, on face value, this performance was probably a little bit disappointing. Jumps as a $2.50 favourite, but was beaten by a horse that has proven herself in Saturday company as well. So I don't think you can be too annoyed about this. The win the start before against Cool Image, which had been racing on Saturdays, was good enough. And then the form lines around State Solicitor as well are strong. The 2 kilo claim is an advantage. Barrier 13, this horse always gets back and runs on strongly anyway. I'm just concerned again, a little bit like earlier in the day when I mentioned it, the horses like Mambo Catsy and Phantom Choice, they're going to have a good 5-6 lengths on this galloper when they turn for home. And is she going to be able to make it up? We'll wait and see.
That is the worry, and just beaten by one a bit sharper on the day, Black Aria, as you mentioned, Adam. We've also got here number 3, Bourbon Dynasty. Fiona Bell takes off 3 kilos. I think with a drop back in grade for Bourbon Dynasty, she can certainly play a part in this.
She is all class. She'll run on strongly. She'll wind up, and we'll see that turn of foot as well. The form lines around Cronkite, Chocoholic, even Angelic Angel. They are good enough to be winning this with 55.5 from barrier 6. I haven't put her in my numbers, but she could win this comfortably.
You touched on number 6 there, Mambo Catsy as well, Adam. Jordan Turner takes off 1.5 kilos here. Look at those form lines behind Falcon Crest and even Phantom Choice. It's good enough here.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Phantom Choice. It meets Phantom Choice 1.5 kilos better here for that 0.5 length defeat. Barrier 10, I think she's got enough speed just to jump and just ease her way across her. And Phantom Choice will probably do the same from 9. So there's a small concern if Phantom Choice decides to sit outside the leader that she could be caught 3 wide. But I'm hoping that both do just ease across and get into that nice position. From there, I think she can win the race. Number 6, Mambo Catsy. From 7, Phantom Choice. 11, Vicures. And number 5, Le Patron.
Yeah, 6 on top for me too, Mambo Catsy. From the 5, Le Patron. 7, Phantom Choice, and the 10, Beg to Differ.
Race 8 at Belmont Park. It's Perth race number 13 for our Singapore viewers. It's over the 1,400 metres, a Class 3 handicap. Again, we've mentioned it throughout the card. The depth here has been really good. Horses like Big Caroline in nice form. Mama Bear's been racing well. Another Maori Boy and War God have finally started to string some together. And Kensington Abbey, although drawn wide with a 3 kilo claim, has to be considered.
Another Maori Boy, the one you touched on there, Adam. Let's have a look at it winning last start.
3 off the rail in front. Now on the inside, Madam Ruler. And down the outside, Ora Halo with Pike going up near the fence with another Maori Boy. Here comes Step Right Up, though, down the outside with his run. At the 200, another Maori Boy. Hit the front from All Settled and Step Right Up. It's another Maori Boy. Step Right Up and also All Settled. All Settled in the middle. Went up another Maori Boy. Pike went to work. He kicked. He might have just...
In my opinion, this was the Pike factor. The horse has been racing so well. You only have to take a look at the recent form lines. Won 2 of its past 4, a 3rd, a 2nd and a 4th in its last 5 runs as well. But about 100 metres out, this horse was gone. There was no doubt. It started to wobble, and then William Pike has done his aggressive hands and heel riding. He's lifted this horse to win by a half head over All Settled. Now carries half the kilo less from barrier 5, but does step up in grade again. I just think there's a few that are going better. I've still got it to there and abouts. It's in my numbers, but I just don't know if it can win.
Anthony Oram will be hoping he doesn't run into a Cerise and White galloper to keep William Pike on, because as you mentioned in that replay you saw there, really needed to be ridden out, especially after being a bit keen in the early stages as well. Number 2, War God, a really interesting runner, beat Miss Iconic a couple of starts ago and then backed up that performance with a nice win at Northam.
Yeah, I've always said this horse, once it won, was going to go on with it, and did it ever last start, winning by 2 lengths over Mama Bear. Now, it goes up to the 59.5 kilos, but this horse is just strong now and now knows how to win. It's lengthening out well, it's attacking the line. I think War God can win again and make it 3 in a row, which is saying something considering the horse hadn't won for 15 starts.
Yeah, I don't like to worry about 59 kilo weights when you've got the likes of Paul Harvey and William Pike on. That just completely nullified. They're that good. Also number 4 here, Big Caroline from the Peter and Matt Dresco yard. Remember Berlin, touched off by Remember Berlin, 2.5 lengths. Yeah,
well, we had Matt Dresco on the program for this occasion for Singapore viewers, and he declared it going into this race. My question mark, and I said it on air as well, was I was just really shocked they went from 14 to 12. We spoke to Jared Noski after the race, and remember when I was doing the interview and I said, she looks like she's ready now to go to 16, 17, and Matt sort of agreed with that, Jared agreed with it, and then we found her in a 1200 metre race. She's attacked the line strongly and been pipped again. I think the 1400 metres is ideal. I think she can get into a nice position from barrier 9, run on strongly and be too good, and that's the way that I'm going to tip. Number 4, Big Caroline, from 2, War God, 3, Another Maori Boy, and 1, Kensington Abbey.
I've got the 2 on top, Adam. War God, from the 3, Another Maori Boy, 4, Big Caroline, and the 1, Kensington Abbey.
Time now to take a look at the best bets for the card, and I don't like doing it often, but I have to do it with this galloper. Race 2, number 7, Stoicism. I think that trial's really going to hold up, and we might see an exciting horse come Ascot. And then race 6, number 3, Juventus. It's time for this horse to get another victory.
I'm going with the 7s. Race 3, number 7, Argyle Express, and race 5, number 7, More Aces.
As we always say, you can follow us on social media. You can see there our Facebook, Instagram and also Twitter page, perthracing.com.au for all of your event information. On behalf of both of us, hopefully we found you plenty of